The other thing that happens at age 40, aside from new sexual fetishes, is that the eyes begin to go. I've never had great eyesight. I've worn glasses since I was 6, but recently my vision had worsened. I was overdue for an eye exam by about 7 years. When I came close to running over a pedestrian, I dutifully made an appointment for an eye check and came away with a powerful new prescription. I purchased a pair of trendy, thick, black plastic frames. I thought they would juxtapose nicely with my thongs. The first week with my new glasses was tough. I felt dizzy with the clarity of the world. When the clarity normalized, it turned out my husband had larger pores than I remembered. I had more facial hair than I remembered, and a weird red growth on my nose that I would need to have checked out by a dermatologist. I was annoyed that my husband hadn't told me about the facial hair. He should have told me, but this was the truly horrible thing. A few weeks after getting my new glasses, I was studying my ass in a thong, as I did sometimes when my kids were at school and my husband was at work. At first, I couldn't believe my eyes. I bent over in a way that was not becoming to get a better view. Yes, it was true. My ass was covered with hair. Not light-colored peach fuzz, but long, dark hairs covering both cheeks and coming right out of my crack. No wonder my husband wasn't a thong man. My ass looked like his ass. And as much as I love my husband's ass, I wouldn't want to see it in a thong. I was mortified and crushed. My blurry thong fantasy world was coming unraveled. Not one to wallow in misery, I planned to take immediate action. I was no stranger to the world of hair removal. I had been shaving, plucking, waxing, and bleaching since I was 11. And I had a pretty good hair removal routine. Waxed the bikini and the eyebrows, bleached the upper lip, shaved the legs. I'd found a shaving cream that minimized my razor burn and an ointment that reduced the occurrence of my ingrown hairs. I thought I was doing pretty well. I was keeping up. Now, because of my powerful new eyeglass prescription, I realized in a flash I'd been cruising in blissful ignorance on a hair-ridden highway. Then I noticed a little innocuous ad in the Oregonian. Within minutes, I was on the phone with a receptionist at Medical Laser Solutions. I'd never considered laser hair removal, but as they say, chance favors the prepared mind. Was I prepared for a new form of hair removal? You bet I was. I'd been preparing my entire life. My plan was this. If after some minimal internet research, I didn't discover that laser hair removal causes cancer, I would do a test run on my upper lip. If I liked the results, then I would have my ass hair removed. I quickly learned through Google that laser hair removal is very big in Europe. That's all I needed to know. The Medical Laser Solutions facilities are located in a large local mall on the 3rd floor in a wing just beyond the food court. Whatever I was expecting, there was nothing European about this scene. The fluorescent lights flickered in the hall outside the office. It smelled like French fries. Jenny, the hair removal specialist who greeted me, looked medically convincing in a white lab coat. She handed me an indemnity form, then grabbed my hand and swiftly pulled me into her office. She examined my upper lip and then surprised me. Save your money, Nikki. It's just not that bad. Keep using the Jolene bleach. She used my name like we were old friends. But, she said, for the same cost as a lip, I could do your bikini right this minute. It's a special, Nikki. I'll need to shave you first. She was trying to make eye contact. She thought I was worried about the pain. My reluctance was actually about having this stranger. Even though she was friendly and wearing a lab coat, shave my bikini right after we just met. Lips are one thing, pubic hairs are another. And I'd have to reveal my thong to someone other than my husband. I knew in that moment I would never be prepared to have anyone shave my ass at the mall. I mulled over an argument in my head. If it turned out that laser hair removal does cause cancer, it would be better to have that cancer on my bikini line than on my upper lip. Jenny could tell I was thinking hard. She closed her office door and lowered her voice. Nikki, when I was 18, I had a big, black, hairy mustache. I looked with renewed interest at this petite, blonde, 50-ish woman sitting in front of me. Nikki, after years of suffering, I finally put my faith in Jesus. Through Jesus, I found electrolysis. Then he helped me find laser hair removal. The early laser machines, she told me, were horrid. People cried and sometimes fainted. But now, Nikki, with my new state-of-the-art machine, I promise you won't feel a thing. She looked deep into my eyes. Here at the office, Nikki, we've all removed all our hair, everywhere. Our arms, legs, backs, and armpits, all of it. I feel so lucky to work here. I could be selling perfume, Nikki, but I'm not. I love making people happy through hair removal. I am grateful that Jesus led me here, Nikki. God gives us hair, but we take it away. Jenny reviewed the process. She'd shave me, laser me, and then I'd need to come back 5 more times every 6 weeks because hair apparently grows in cycles. Are you ready, Nikki? I was ready. I was ready for freedom. Freedom from my razor, freedom from waxing, freedom from knee-length bathing suits. I handed her my credit card. I followed her to the laser room and she shaved me. We both donned protective eye gear. She told me that when she turned the laser on my bikini, it would feel like cold sand hitting my skin. This turned out to be a good analogy, and it wasn't what I would call painless. Jenny told me not to worry about the burning smell. It was just a few unshaven hairs getting charred in the laser. A few months later, I got rid of my thongs. Well, I kept one for panty line situations, but I gave the rest to Goodwill. I did this for 2 reasons. My 6-year-old son inadvertently saw me in a thong as I was changing into my pajamas. He said, "That's disgusting, Mommy. Your underwear are stuck inside your butt. You'll get poop on them." Then he ran off down the hall to tell his sister all about it. He didn't even wait for me to explain about panty lines. And ultimately, I couldn't bring myself to laser my butt hair. Maybe someday, like when I turn 50, or maybe when Jesus brings me to that place. He brought Jenny. I'll be ready to lay my ass on the laser line. Meanwhile, my bikini looks great. My lip is bleached, and my husband, he still couldn't care less about my underwear. That's okay. I've discovered booty shorts. They're pretty hot. Thank you.